Children, Lakshmi Arvinda here. Today we are going to see the congruence of triangles. Chapter number 7 from the part 1 textbook. Now, what is meant by congruence? First, what is meant by congruency? Means it will denote the equality of the two shapes. Normally, if it is in a same size and same shape and the same dimensions, then we will call it as a congruence. And why we have to use the congruence? The word means normally if it is both are equal in a normal language and all, we will be using equal, it is same like that. But whenever we will come for the geometry, here we will use the word congruent. If the two figures are two of anything are same, then we will use the word congruent. Now we will see when we will say two plane figures, any two plane figures are congruent, means if all the dimensions and all the measures, if one figure if will keep on another figure, there that should both should overlap in a same way. Okay, then we can say that the both plane figures are in a congruent, means that both plane figures are congruent. Now, congruence among line segments. When we can say what is meant a line segment first? Here we are having a line ray and line segment. If we will take a line, we cannot decide what is the length of the line. If we will take the ray, even a length also we cannot decide. Why? Because one side we can extend how much ever we want. But whenever we will take the line segment, here it will be having a fixed length, means both the sides are starting point and the ending point. So when we can say the two line segments are same, means if they are equal in length, if both the lines are equal in length, if one is 5 centimeter one line segment, if one more also it is there 5 centimeter, then we can say that the both line segments are equal, means it's the both line segments are congruent. Here is the example. Here AB and CD. If we will see, both the line segments are having the same measure 10. So we can say that both line segments are congruent line segments. Next, congruent among the angles. Actually, angles will form by using two line segments or two rays or two lines. So here whatever the lines it will form, we will not measure, children. We will measure what is the angle in between the two line segments or two rays. Okay, if that angle measurement is same, even the rays are in different length, if that angle measure is same, if this is 50 degrees, if that is also 50 degrees, whatever the rotation it is, up or down or anything, anyway, if both the rays will meet each other and having the degree in between the two as 50 degrees, then we will call it as a congruent angles. Next, congruence of triangles. The same way whatever we discussed, whenever we discussed about the plane figures, same the triangle is also one of the three-sided plane figure only. So how can we say that the two triangles are congruent? Means if they will overlap each other. For example, if one triangle, if I'll keep it on another triangle, then all the dimensions, even all the angles, all the edges, each and everything, if it overlap one to one, then we can say that both the triangles are equal. Then when it will get equal, all the dimensions, when it will get overlap one to one, means if all the sides, corresponding sides and all the corresponding angles will be equal, then only we can say that both the triangles are equal. Means if we will take one triangle, it will be having, if we will take one triangle, it will be having 6 measurements, that is 3 sides and 3 angles, totally 6 measurements. If we will take two triangles, if all the 6 measurements are equal, means corresponding measurements, like if these are the two triangles, if these both are equal, then this side is equals to this side is equals to this side is equals to this side. In a same way, these angles also equal. corresponding angles. For this the corresponding angle is this, for this the corresponding angle is this, for this the corresponding angle is this, then we can say that both the triangles are equal in size, that is congruent triangles. Now here we can see the example for that congruency. Here if we will see A, B, C and D, E, F are the both triangles. Here we can observe that corresponding, first children, whatever the rotation it is, based on that first we have to decide which is the corresponding side for that. Here both are in a same rotation, means on the same base. Sometimes children, if this D, E, F may turn to down, that time we should not get confused and we have to think which is the corresponding side. Here if you will see the AC, the corresponding side is DF. We can observe that here also 3 lines, here also 3 lines. That meant that this AC is equals to DF. Same way, here AB corresponding side is DE. Here it is having 2 lines, here it is having 2 lines. So we can say that these both are same. That meant this both are corresponding sides and these both are corresponding sides. If we will come for the angles, see these both are corresponding, these both are corresponding and these both are corresponding. So all the 6 measures are equal in length and the measure, all the 6 things. And this, if I will keep this DEF triangle on the ABC, then it will get overlap in a same way. Okay, and also whenever we are writing the congruency between the two things, which symbol we will use means this is the symbol which we will use. And how we have to write means we have to write based on the corresponding thing. For example, here ABC is corresponding to the DEF. Then how we will write, A is corresponding, means the corresponding angle is D. So triangle A, next same this DEF, whenever I am mentioning the first position A is there, so the same corresponding angle should be mentioned here, D. Next B, if I mention here, then corresponding angle of here is E, so E. And next is C, so for the C what is the corresponding angle? F. So this should be mentioned. What it will be means, triangle ABC is equal to the triangle DEF. If I will write this as triangle ABC is congruent to triangle EFD, this will be wrong. Why? Because here the A corresponding is a D, which is at the last position. Here A I mentioned at the first position. So always try to write in a corresponding angle. Whenever we are writing the correspondence, we have to write in a particular, means whatever the corresponding edges it will be there, no, same position we have to write, first, second, third. Okay, for whenever we are writing for the triangle. Next, exercise 7.1. The first one, fill in the blanks. 2 line segments are congruent. If, when we will say 2 line segments are congruent, if it both are equal in length. What is the answer? When both are equal in length. Next, among 2 congruent angles, one has 70 degrees. The measure of another angle will be, as I told you already, if angle should be the congruent, then the both measures should be same. So if this one is 70, then one more should be 70. When we write angle A is equal to angle B, then we actually mean that both are having the same measure. Both are having same measure, are having same angle. Okay, now children, give any 2 real life examples for congruent shapes. Actually this I given as a project for you. Why? Because real time examples for a congruent means you can write many from your real life examples. What is that means? 2 10 rupee notes which will be congruent, 2 1 rupee coins, both will be in a same shape and same radius and all, no. And also you can take many things, children, just think and take. Even in your home you can see many things like a wardrobe, doors and all. Each and everything, just think and write at least 5 examples. Okay, Next, question number 3. If triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED under the correspondence ABC FED, write all the corresponding congruent parts of the triangles. Yes, if this is, as I told you already, if ABC is congruent to FED, then corresponding parts will be for the A, F, for the B, E, for the C, D. And also sides also we have to take in a same order. Like for AB side the corresponding is FE. For BC side the corresponding is ED. For the AC side the corresponding is FD. So what all the corresponding sides means, that's what here we mention. For the A the corresponding is F. For the B the corresponding is E. For the C the corresponding is D. Now same way the sides also. AB side the corresponding is FE. The BC side the corresponding is ED. For AC the corresponding is FD or DF. Okay. Same way the angles also we will take. Okay children. Next. Question number 4. If triangle DEF is congruent to triangle BAC, write the parts of triangle BAC that corresponds to. Yes, here they given some. Whenever we will see this rule here, automatically children we have to write the D is corresponding to B, E, A, F, C. Now first one they are asking angle E, the corresponding part which is A in the middle. It's a A children, not a C. The correspondence should be A. Because in the middle here E is there, here A is there. So correspondent part is A. Next, side EF. If we will take, this is side EF. Here AC is there in that place. Last two. So here EF corresponding side is CA. Next angle F. The corresponding part is here C, the last position. So angle F and C, not A. Next DF. The corresponding part will be BC from the question. Maybe whether the question are changed or else answers are changed. I am getting from this whatever I had written here, from this correspondence little bit it is varying. You please refer first one. If angle E means the correspondence is angle A. If it is EF, then the corresponding is AC. If it is angle D, the corresponding is B. If it is angle F, the corresponding is C. Okay. Just write this and rewrite this. Don't write this. Next, congruent triangles children, whenever will come for the congruency, as I told you all the 6 parts should be same. Then if we are having the 2 triangles, we will sit and measure all the 6 parts whether it is same or not. No children, no need. For that purpose, we are having some criteria, means is nothing but some rules. By seeing 3 parts only, we can say that whether they both the triangles are congruent or not. So what are those criteria we will see now. The first one is SSS criteria, that is side. Means if 2 triangles are having the same sides. If the 2 triangles are having the same sides. Here yes means whatever the rotation, whatever the dimensions it is, but if this side is equals to this side, this is 3 cm, this is also 3 cm, this side 4 cm, this side 4 cm, this is equals to this, and here 5, here 5. If 2 triangles are having all the sides are equal, then we can say that without measuring the angle, we can say that both the triangles are equal. Okay. This is the first rule. Next, ASA, angle side angle. Here, if 2 angles If two angles in any dimension and the side which is in between the two angles is same, then we will call it as angle side angle, ASA criteria. Then if two angles and if the side between the two angles are same for both the triangles, then we can say that fully the total triangle is a congruent. Both the triangles are congruent. Next one, AAS. If two angles are equal and the followed side, here from in this way we have to travel XY, the followed side, and here also the XY and the following side, AAS. If two angles and the following side is equal for both the triangles, then we can say that both the triangles are equal. Next one, SAS. Here side angle side. If two sides and the including angle, here the two sides and including angle is equal, then we can say that both the triangles are congruent. Okay, totally we had seen 4 concepts for the normal triangles. First one is all the sides. Next one is ASA, angle side angle. Next one is angle side. The next one side angle side. Now if we will go for the right angle triangle, in that if we are having two right angle triangles, here we can see that RHS, right angle, hypotenuse and side. Okay, means one angle will be the right angle that is equal, and hypotenuse means the side which is opposite to the right angle. The side which is opposite to the right angle, if this side and that hypotenuse and any one of the side is equal, then we can say that both the triangles are equal whenever it is a right angle triangle. Next, exercise 7.2. Which congruence criteria do you use the following? Here if we'll see, they are saying that given AC is equals to DF, here F is missing, and AB is equals to DE and BC is equals to EF. If we can observe that all the sides, the corresponding sides are equal. So which congruence criteria we can use, which is related to all the three sides, that is side, side, side. In a shortcut, yes, congruence criterion we can use to say these both are congruent triangles. Next, given angle MLN is equals to angle FGH. Where is MLN? This is equals to FGH. Next, angle NML. This angle NML is equals to angle GFH. GFH, this angle, and ML is equals to this side is equals to FG, this side. Then what is the criteria we can use, children? Here this angle and between the side. So angle side, the including side and the angle is equal. So which is the criteria we can use? ASA, congruence criteria. Next one, given EB is equals to DB and AE is equals to BC, and we know that one is right angle. Here which we can use? RHS. Here if you will observe, the right angle both the triangles are having, and the hypotenuse which is opposite to the right angle is same, and one of the side also will be is same. So we can use RHS criteria to say that these both the triangles are equal. Next, you want to show that triangle ART is congruent to triangle PEN. If I want to show this, both the triangles are equal. So by using SSS criterion, what I have to write? SSS criterion means all the sides, the corresponding sides should be equal. So how I have to write, children? Here first AR should be equals to PE. Next RT, the corresponding side is FN. So this should be equals to FN. AT should be equals to the corresponding side PN. If this is the case, then we can use SSN criteria to say this both the triangles are equal. Next, if it is given that angle T is equals to angle N, and if you are used SAS criteria, you need to show that, yes, see if this angle is equal, they only given. Then if I want SAS criteria means side and in between the angle. So this side, this is the angle we are having already. So which is the sides including with this angle? This side and this side. So we have to show that RT is equals to FN and AT is equals to PN, or PN is equals to AT. Equal to AT, the corresponding side. Next, if it is given that AT, this side, is equals to PN, then if I want to show ASA criteria, then what I have to prove? Then ASA means angle, side angle, means the angles which is including with this side should be equal. So what I have to show? Angle A is equals to angle P and angle T is equals to angle N. If I will show like this, then I can say that these both the triangles are equal. Next one, you have to show that triangle AMP, here AMP is congruent to triangle AMQ. Then what and all proofs I have to, means if they only given the steps also, children. Now I have to write the reason why I am taking that. First one, APM is equals to QM, that they only given by showing the two lines on the two lines on this side also, they only given. So why I had written this? Because that is the given thing. Next one, angle, this angle is equals to this angle, that also they are only showing. So that is also given rule only. Next, AM is equals to AM. For both the triangles, if you will observe, both the triangles are having the AM side which is common for both. So that is the common thing. Now in this triangle AMP and AMQ, we can say congruent. How? By using side, angle, side. Side, angle, side. So which is the criteria we are using? Side, angle, side criteria. Next, if triangle ABC and triangle PQ are to be congruent, name one additional pair of corresponding part. What should be criterion did you use? Here these both are the right angle triangle. So what is the thing we should show means, here one right angle it is there and here also right angle, means that is angle B is equals to angle Q, and even angle R is equals to angle C, but there is no information anything about the side, so we cannot use RHS. So and they are asking by ASA. ASA means angle, side angle, side angle. So which is the side in between these two angles? Here is BC. Here what is the side which is in between the two angles? RQ. So what is the one more we have to show? The additional part is BC is equals to RQ. Okay. ASA criteria. Next one, question number 10. Explain why triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED. Yes, if we'll see here, this both the triangles are right angle triangles, they mention here, and we can observe this side is equal, even here this side is equal, and this angle is equals to this angle. What and all we can write? The first one, angle A is equals to angle F, and angle B is equals to angle E, and followed by these two angles, the following side is also equal, that is side AB. So side BC, here BC is equals to side ED. So what we are showing here, these two angles and followed side is equal. So which is the criteria we can use? AAS, angle side. This is not a ASA, it's a AAS congruence criteria we will use, and we can say that both the triangles are equal. Next, children, actually this time there is no practice time. Here the question number 10, even children, by using one more, actually here ASA also they mention, no, even this also we can use a small thing which I had shown AAS also okay, or else you can use ASA. How it will be means, if the two side angles are equal, then automatically the last angle also will be equal. Why? Because sum of angles in a triangle will be 180. So if these two are equal, automatically the last angle will be 180 minus that 180 minus these two angles will be same. Even you can use ASA, or else simple way AAS. Okay. Next, this time there is no practice time, only the project time, which is but the first question is, give any 5 real-time examples for the congruent shapes. Yes, I have explained you already. You can see many things in your home, like 2 chairs, or the doors of the wardrobe, or 10 rupee notes, 500 rupees notes, each and everything you can write under that example. Even you can draw that examples with your curiosity. And in a square sheet, draw 2 triangles of equal area such that, here we need to draw 2 triangles having the 2 equal areas, and that both also should be congruent in one case, not congruent one case. So whenever they are congruent, take one rectangle and divide. That time both also will be having the same area and also will be congruent to each other. Okay, in the same way, try to draw which is not congruent but having the same areas. If you are unable to draw, at least draw the 2 triangles with the different areas and with different measures. Okay, here the areas, if you are unable to do that, then at least draw 2 triangles which are congruent, 2 triangles which are not congruent. Next one, draw a rough sketch of 2 triangles such that they have 5 pairs of congruent parts, but still the triangles are not congruent. Try this. Actually, I told you, if 2 triangles if we'll take, all the 6 measures should be same. But can we have the 5 measures will be the same, but the last measure will not be the same? Can we have? First think. If you will say we cannot have is your answer, then write we cannot have. Or else we can have, if you will say, then try to draw the 2 triangles with 5 parts should be equal, means either 3 angles 2 sides or 3 sides 2 angles, like that 5 parts should be equal and 1 part should not be equal. Okay, I will see who will write the best answers, best projects, who will do the best projects, and post it on Thursday. Thank you children. Keep learning. Lakshmi Arvinda.